Well, good Friday evening, everybody. Flywheels here, ready to undergo another affordable group break. Hope everyone's having a good start to your weekend. Just a little FY or a TGIF, I should say. But yeah, we are back to do two products tonight, something we haven't done in quite a while. We got Johnny and Joseph in the chat tonight. Good evening, fellas. And Mr. Ben's dropping by. Welcome, welcome. And Rick, good to see you. So yeah, well, as you guys know, I'm on the road for work quite a bit. They've got me spread out, and in my travels this week, I came across this box of Action Packed, and just thought, I went ahead and bought it on a whim, hoping there'd be enough interest. So I've asked a couple of you guys if you want to see more of these kind of sprinkled in. It definitely wouldn't be an every week or everything like or anything like that. But if you want to see some early '90s stuff, um, before the relics and the inserts and some of those things kicked off. But if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Because I think I can make some of these happen a little bit more often. Joseph said the new meds seem to be working, so that's good. Yes, that's very good. Joseph also asked, can we still win a trip to the Pro Bowl? I'm gonna say I pride myself on featuring products and opening products that I have some experience with, that I know something about, but I didn't really even pay attention to football much until 1995 when the Panthers came to Charlotte. My dad was a Washington Redskins fan, so I'm sure I probably laid on the floor and in the living room and watched part of a football game with him. I mean, he was also a big NASCAR fan, and I just could not get into cars driving around in a circle, at least not as a kid. But I'm sure I probably watched something with some football with him prior to '95, but it really wasn't on my radar until '95. And then, of course, or for me at least, 1995 was a huge collecting year for me. So, but I am familiar with Action Packed, and I always thought they were cool. They were different. Um, uh, I came across this box. Actually, I had my choice between several Action Packed sets. There were several of the All Madden sets, but I figured this one might give us a better variety in terms of players. So I went with this one, but we can definitely do some more of these at some point. I did notice on the end of the box, it had this card. It looks like it straddles the side of the box, but it says that a Action Pack prototype card or cards are included inside the box. So I don't know. They were on the checklist of trading card database, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see what those are all about in a minute. Excuse me. But yeah, Johnny said I love older stuff because they're fun and not really broken much. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be hard pressed to find another breaker that's breaking '90s action packed football. But But you know what though? That's what makes it fun. That's what I try to do. I'm not trying to imitate the big guys. So we got that up, and then second tonight. So we'll start with the football. But then we've got 2002 tops total. This sold out super fast, partially thanks to Adam. He bought up every team that was left, which was several teams. So being a 990 card base set, and we're only going to get about what 360 cards, I think. Yeah, 36 packs, 10 cards per pack. So we're not going to get, even half of the set. I went ahead and picked up another box. I don't know when when it will come up in the cycle because, I kind of go through spurts where I pick up new product to feature. So I've got several things. I thought I was running low, but I got another couple of weeks worth of stuff. So this will go in the queue. Don't know when it will come back up, but we do have a second box. So if you missed out on your team, or if we don't get the cards that you're quite looking for, then you'll have another chance coming up. But real quick, if you don't mind, before we get started on that, just have a question, especially for some of you 90s guys. So I've got a box of 95 Fleer base, and I'm sorry, this is going to be a personal break. As ugly as the set is, I have a lot of nostalgia with it. But what I've not seen, and this is what I was hoping that maybe somebody has seen before, it's like an old school gravity feeder. You can see up here, it's got a perforated tab that says return here. And then you got the slot where the card packs just slide out. This one's ripped right there, but it's no big deal to me. And then you've got your odds here on the back for all the inserts. Not really odds, but what, the breakdown of the set. But I've never seen a gravity feeder box like this. I'm just curious if anybody else had seen anything like this before. So Johnny says, I was literally a few minutes away from buying into the tops total and Adam killed it. So, speaking of Adam, his ears must have been burning. I was just saying, Adam, that since the total is such a big set and it sold out so quickly, thanks in your part to picking up so many teams to close it out, we've got another box coming. We'll put that in the queue, but let's go ahead and get started. If you can hang around, we'll go ahead and unveil the other product that I have because they actually just came in the mail today. Oh, good, Adam. I'm glad you could come and hang out. So we'll start with the football, since this was the kind of the last minute ad. Oh, okay. So that's what I saw part of the pack hanging out. So we've got special prototype card enclosed. Enclosed are prototype cards of our new action pack cards. These cards will be shipped soon. It's interesting. These packs feel light as air. So there's our empty box. Nice little box. If by chance anybody wants this box, I can probably pack up your stack in it fairly well. All right, so we'll do the prototype first or last. I don't know. Adam said he's playing WWE Supercard and WWE 2K22. Sweet. All right, do we go ahead and do the prototype first? I got one vote for first. One for first, one for last. Now I feel like we're playing Survivor here. Throw your vote in there. Do we do the prototype pack first or last? 2 for first, 1 for last. Two for first, 2 for last. All right, we got 5 people watching. I got 4 votes, so halfway through. John says, I have no dog in the fight. All right, so since we're at a stalemate, because the all right, first it is. All right, first it is. So our tiebreaker is someone who doesn't have a dog in the fight. That's fine. Let's go ahead and make it fun. Shiny. Silver. And we got us a Brett Favre action pack second round. (1993) prototype. I'm guessing that is probably for maybe a serial number. And the second card in the pack, basketball. Well, we'll have to do a randomization. We got a Julius Erving, Dr. J, Basketball Hall of Fame. So yeah, we'll do a little randomization for Dr. J here. Pretty nice. John says, I should get Dr. J for breaking the tie. All righty, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. So first card is Andre Reed for the Bills. And we got a lot of gold on this, so I don't know if this is one of the parallels or if this is what the base cards look like. Like I said, this is a set that I am not familiar with, but they're cool looking. Anthony Miller for the Chargers. Chris Dolman, Vikings. Thurman Thomas, Bills. Herschel Walker, the Eagles. Actually, I have an Eagles t-shirt on tonight. And a John Offerdahl for the Dolphins. So answers my question about whether or not it's the parallel or not. Yeah, these are really, I mean, you can see the glare on the palm of my hand there. Clyde Simmons for the Eagles. Ooh, nice. Reggie White, Green Bay. Morton Anderson, Saints. Nick Lowry, Chiefs. Chip Lowmiller for the Redskins. What is this, like 3 kickers in a row? What are the odds of that? Oh my goodness. And Gary Anderson. So we got several kickers, punters, all in one pack. What more could you ask for? Ernest Biner, Redskins. Derek Thomas, Chiefs. Randall Cunningham, Eagles. The late Junior Seau, Chargers. Terry Allen, Vikings. And a Wayne Martin for the Saints. For those of you that have shows that come to your area or that you travel to shows, card shows sure do not show up in my area very often. Do you find stuff like this in dime boxes or, whatever, quarter boxes that I mean, I guess that's still a thing when you go to shows. Pete Stoyanovich. Clay Matthews, Browns. Sterling Sharp, Green Bay. Rod Woodson, Steelers. Dan Deerdorf for the Cardinals. And Fred Barnett, Eagles. John says, I don't think there's been a card show near me since 1991. Ben says, I haven't been to a show in years, but I always look in bargain bins to see if there's anything good. Okay, so I'm not the only one who just shows just don't come to your area. I've said it before, we get plenty of comic book shows, which I'm fine with. The card shows just don't seem to come up much. There's another Dan Deerdorf, another Nick Lowry, Barry Foster for Steelers, John Taylor, 49ers, Mr. Dan Marino, and a Seth Joyner, Eagles. So I remember it was rare that I got an issue of Beckett back in the day, but I remember one of the first things I'd do is I'd thumb through the back of the magazine to look at the card show calendar, hoping something would come close to North or South Carolina that I could go to. Another Marino, Warren Moon for the Oilers, Emmitt Smith, Cowboys. Another Morton Anderson, Jim Kelly for the Bills, and Greg Lloyd that I just dropped for the Steelers. Yeah, I thought they still put the calendar in there, but for a while I was lucky. There was a little outlet mall right by the big theme park. Actually, the theme park I went to last Friday and wore myself out. And in that shop or in that little mall, there was a card shop for a while. And I don't know if he ran the show or if somebody else did, but it was a pretty good show, and I got to know some of the dealers and got some cool stuff. But man, after that mall shut down and the show left, that's about it for shows in my area. Rodney Hampton for the Giants starts us off. Brian Cox for the Dolphins. Brent Jones, 49ers. Charles Mann for the Redskins. Joe Montana from Waterboy. And a Troy Aikman for the Cowgirls. Joseph bought a collection for $350, found a chunk at 86.76. Flair basketball, including Grail and the sticker version of the Grail. Jordan Barkley Mullenberg, pretty cool. Pick or it didn't happen. All right, Mark Rippon. Remember that name from the day. Lorenzo White for the Oilers. LT, Giants. Keith Jackson, Dolphins. Ken Norton, Cowboys. And Eric Green, Steelers. $2,500. Next up, we have Tim Brown for the Raiders. Andre Rison, Falcons. Another Brent Jones. Another Emmett Smith. Another Brian Cox. And another Charles Mann. So this is a small set. I'm sure we'll get some dupes. There were some inserts on the checklist, the trading card database that I was using, but I don't remember what they all were now. Neil Smith, Chiefs. Phil Simms, Giants. Tom Rathman, 49ers. Bruce Smith, Bills. Neil Anderson for the Vikings, and a Howie Long for the Raiders. Yeah, if that Jordan is real, Joseph, we'll start making you the host. If you got that kind of luck. Clyde Simmons for the Eagles. Al Michaels. Obviously, that's, I think, the one card that's not a team assigned card. So the divvy it up between everybody, see who gets it. Ricky Waters for the 49ers. Another Jim Kelly. There's a Brett Favre. And Carl Mecklenburg. Frank Gifford. Man, that's a young Frank. Fred Barnett, Eagles. Steve Atwater, Denver. We got a Neil O'Donnell, but it looks like the embossing got a little off on that one. Look over here by his shoulder. Warren Moon, Oilers, and Chiplo Miller. Charles Haley, Cowboys. Brian Cox, Darryl Green, Howie Long, Herschel Walker, and Junior Seau. I'm afraid I had a Trout rookie and it either got destroyed by the dog or I tossed it in the trash. Because there was a point I had so many cards sitting around and not enough space that I literally took huge chunks and tossed. And I'm pretty sure some of them were was the 20 whatever year Trout was. I'm tired. I mean, I don't remember if it was season 2, series 2 or update, but I cringe to think if it was update. Mark Rippon, Bernie Kosar for the Browns, another Brent Jones, another John Elway, John Offerdahl, Terry Allen. John, you referring to Tom, Angels in Order blog? He was the only Angels fan that I knew back in that time frame. Does his blog still go on? Rising, Montana, Vaughn Dunbar, Lorenzo White, another Phil Simms, Andre Reed. Yeah, I believe Tom would grab the Angels in some of my early breaks that I did. Oh, I didn't know he lost his son. That's hard to. I'm sad to hear that. Cornelius Bennett, Charles Mann, Steve Entman, LT, Neil Smith, Wayne Martin. Jerry Rice, Seth Joyner, Stan Humphries, Mark Higgs, Brett Favre, Haywood Jeffries. Speaking of having kids, Johnny without the H. You've got one coming, don't you? Got Steve Young, Greg Lloyd, Chris Miller, Art Monk, Carl Mecklenburg, and Neil O'Donnell. That one looks better than the first one we got. Amelia, I like that name. October 6th. Congratulations. I got two girls. Spoil them to death. Ricky Jackson for the Saints starts us off. Tim Brown, Charles Haley, Bernie Kosar, Cornelius Bennett, and Andre Rison. Anthony Miller, Tom Rathman, Troy Aikman, Darryl Talley, Keith Jackson, Ernest Biner. Ricky Jackson, Leslie O'Neal, Ken Norton, Bruce Smith, Chris Dolman, Derek Thomas. Thurman Thomas for the Bills. Tim Brown, Rodney Hampton, Eric Green, Neil Anderson, and Randall Cunningham. We have a Jeff George, Simon Fletcher, Richard Dent for the Bears. It's our second Al Michaels. Another Barry Foster and Steve Atwater. And our final pack coming up here. Michael Irvin. I can't even follow the chat. Emmett Smith, Marion Butts, Ricky Waters, John Taylor, and Frank Gifford. All right, so no inserts to speak of, but some nice Hall of Famers. Man, the Braves are beating up on the Rangers tonight. About time their offense came to life. Adam said Hideo Itami autograph. Oh, cool. His tenure in the WWE was really short, but it's a fun high flyer to watch. John said, a bit off topic, but the Reds are possibly the worst Major League Baseball team I've seen in quite a while. See, when the Braves played them early in the season, the Reds were looking good. Or maybe it was just the Braves were really looking bad. Joseph said he found some 86 Garbage Pail Kids in that. Very cool. God, I wish I could go back. I remember this went to or restaurant if for the non-Southerners, but they had a big candy section that you had to walk through to leave the store, and they would leave it was all in wooden bins, so they would leave like the boxes the candy would come in, so you could use that as a tray and up. And I remember that's one of the only places that sold Garbage Pail Kids back in the day, and I would beg my dad to get them all the time. I screw Big League gum and all the other candy. I wanted Garbage Pail Kids. I wish I would have kept those, but my mom was a school teacher, and in the 80s, kids would bring them to school. She'd confiscate them, and then at the end of the school year, if the parents didn't come back and claim them, I got them. So remember getting several big stacks of Garbage Pail Kids back in the day. Good stuff. Good stuff. All righty. So 2002 Topps total. I am shocked that Topps didn't make this or bring this back in retail form. I know they did the online version. Sorry, empty box. But I'm really, really surprised. I'd rather them drop Big League and do something with the Topps total brand again. Mets just threw a combined no-no. Cool. A former Detroit Tigers, Travis Demeritte, hit a inside the park home run tonight. No, Johnny. Joseph, I'm just the garbage man for him. All right. So, if I'm not mistaken, the big that were in this set that was a big draw was what, Joe Mauer and David Wright, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Sticking together a little bit. Hopefully won't cause too much problems. If anything else, it's just going to take me longer to go through these. So first card is a Cubby, Bill Mueller. Todd Coffey, Reds. Rod Barajas, Diamondbacks. Did I say that correct, Adam? Since you're the Diamondback fan. Barajas. Eric Valent for the Phillies. Jay Caligari, Gurry, something, Mets. Nate Espy, Phillies. We got a Topps Total insert. Aramis Ramirez. Adam Johnson for the Twins. Matt Anderson, Tigers. Mark Redmond, Tigers. And checklist. Alex Cora, Dodgers. Al Leiter, Mets. Carl Pavano, Expos. Tim Wakefield for the Red Sox. Ricardo Rincon, Indians. Danny Wright, White Sox. And we got a total production insert, Todd Helton. Joe Lawrence, Blue Jays. Josh Phelps, Blue Jays. Ruben Sierra for the Mariners. And a Troy Gloss, which is also doubles as a team checklist. Carlos Delgado for the Blue Jays. Mike Hampton for the Rockies. Ooh, that'd make a good addition to my batting pitchers collection, which now, thanks to the Universal DH, has come to a close. Chris Persall, Reds. Cody Ransom, Giants. Mike Bordick, Orioles. Tim Worrell, something like that, for the Giants. Mr. Tino Martinez for the Redbirds. Alex Gramon, Yankees. Sterling Hitchcock for the Yankees. Paul Abbott, Mariners. And a Texas team checklist, A-Rod. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I do recall Mike Hampton, John, being depicted holding a bat or at the plate in a lot of his cards. It's odd. Toby Hall for Tampa Bay. Randy Johnson. Trying to flex him just enough. John Foster for the Braves. Blaine Neal, Marlins. Chad Hermanson, Pirates. Johnny Estrada, Phillies. Phil Nevin, Padres. Here's another Topps Total, Miguel Tejada, or Topps Total Squared, should we call those. Joe Mays for the Twins. Mike Mussina, Moose for the Yankees, and a Jeff Weaver, Tigers. So some of these cards are bricking just the ever so slightly. So there are some that are sticking to the card underneath. I'm trying to, like I said, flex them without damaging them, separate them as best I can. But we might have a few casualties here. I do apologize for that. Marquise Grissom. Man, Dodgers. I don't remember him playing for LA. Jeff Reboulet, Dodgers. Paul Quantrill, Dodgers. David Cone, Red Sox. Jay Gibbons, Orioles. Mark Lewis, Indians. We have an award winner, Mike Hampton. Hey, look at that. He's got a baseball in his hand instead of a bat. Jeremy Burnitz for the Mets. Kazuhishi Ishii, Dodgers. Scott Illerton, Rockies. Checklist, Carlos Delgado for the Blue Jays. Morgan Ensberg, Astros. Chris Truby, Expos. Mark Hamilton, Astros. Sean Wooten, Angels. Nelson Castro, Giants. Matt Morris, Cardinals. John Lackey, Angels. Mark McLemore, Mariners. Jose Valentin, White Sox. Jeremy Giambi, Athletics. And checklist 1 of 6. Trevor Bauer suspended 324 games, 2 seasons. Ooh. Matt Merricks for the Braves. Joe Girardi, Cubs. Paul Bacco, Brewers. Cesar Crespo, Padres. Mike Fetters, Pirates. Jose Santiago, Phillies. We got total insert of Barry Bonds. Jake Mauer for the Twins. Not Joe Mauer, Jake Mauer. Eric Munson, Tigers. Andy Pettit for the Yankees. And a J.D. Drew team checklist for the Cardinals. Raise your hand. Who was a J.D. Drew fan back in the day? Me. We have Orlando Superman Cabrera. Jason Conti, Tampa. Donnie Bridges, Expos. Carlos Brackley, Boston. Tony Graffinino, White Sox. Frank Castillo, Red Sox. CC Sabathia for the Tribe. Jesus Sanchez, Cubbies. Rick Helling, Diamondbacks. Dave Burba for the Rangers. And checklist 5 of 6. Richard Delgado, Astros. Mark Little. That's our second Rockies player bunting on a card. Fred Bastardo, for the Marlins. Levon Hernandez, Giants. Mike Matheny, Cardinals. Reggie Sanders, Giants. David Eckstein for the Angels in the outfield. Ichiro, Mariners. Eric Hilgis, A's. Bobby Say, Tampa. And a team checklist, Barry Bonds. Anybody watch the NFL draft last night? Or if you have it on tonight? Watched a couple of picks at the beginning. Wanted to see what the Panthers were going to do, but then I flipped it back to baseball since Acuna made his way back. Mike Remlinger for the Braves. Nucci Varner, Reds. Kurt Schilling, Diamondbacks. Vance Wilson for the Mets. Dennis Tankersley, Padres. Mike Williams, Pirates. Got a top total Brian Giles for the Pirates. Brandon Inge for the Tigers. Jorge Posada, Yankees. Mariano Rivera for the Yankees, and a Ichiro team checklist. I don't watch a lot of college football. Very, very few college football, I should say. So the draft doesn't excite me. I get more excited about the NBA draft just because I watch college basketball more. I know who the players being drafted are. Football, I'm just outside of a few players. I'm like, who is this? Travis Phelps for Tampa. Fernando Tatis Sr. for the Expos. Cesar Brewers. Brian Daubach Red Sox. Melvin Mora Orioles, excuse me. Holbert Cabrera Indians. Got an award winner, Jason Giambi for the A's. John Switzer, Tampa. Chris Woodard, Blue Jays. Steve Pearce, Blue Jays. Checklist 4. I saw some Bowman tonight, Johnny. And then I scanned it on the Walmart app, $32 for a blaster of Bowman. So as quick as I picked it up, I put it down. I thought about maybe getting some to break, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, do y'all mind retail blasters in a break? Vladimir Nunez, Mariners. Robert Averett, Rockies. Elmer Dessens for the Reds. Esteban Loaiza, Blue Jays. Jim Edmonds for the Cardinals. Darryl Kyle for the Cardinals. Their batting pitcher cards, sweet. Jason Schmidt, Giants. Corey Lytle, Athletics. Alex Arias, Mariners, Shane Spencer. Yankees, team checklist, Phil Nevin. Padres. But not everything is increased in price, though. Johnny said, "Hey, how much the price has increased over the last year?" But yeah, no, but that's the weird thing. Like Panini has increased everything, which I don't understand because they're not even paying for all the licenses. But I mean, there's been plenty of Topps products that haven't gone up significantly like that. So I was a little surprised when I scanned those Bowman Blasters this evening. Wes Helms for the Braves. John Enos, Braves. The Ageless Wonder, Julio Franco for the Braves. Love Julio. Tomas Perez, Phillies. Kevin Young, Pirates. Tyler Yates, Mets. Jeff Kent, Topps Total. David Ortiz, Twins. Alexis Gomez, Royals. Adam Pettyjohn, Tigers. And a Pittsburgh team checklist, Brian Giles. Good point, John. I assume it. I mean, I don't recall seeing like a third party price when I scanned it on the app, but I don't know. I was in a hurry tonight. I really had to go in and get some cat litter and some medicine for my daughter, but of course I had to stop at the card section, and of course I stopped in the toy section too. Cesar Ituris, butchered that name, I'm sure. Blue Jays. Dodgers. Steve Traxel, Mets. Britt Reams. Sandy Alomar for the White Sox. Juan Pena, Red Sox. Brian West, White Sox. Jason Giambi, Total Production, Yankees. Desi Relaford, Mariners. Eric Kamek, Mets. Brian Jordan, Dodgers. Phillies team checklist, Pat Burrell. Adam says, same here, Colby, and it bugs my life. I'm guessing you're commenting on my had to run into Walmart, but got to go check my other sections of the store too. Danny Kolb, Texas. Chad Qualis, Astros. Abraham Nunez, Fish. Tim Salmon, speaking of fish, the Angels. Kelvin Escobar, Blue Jays. Mike Timlin, Cardinals. Chris Carpenter, Blue Jays. Orlando Hernandez, Yankees. Mark Johnson for the White Sox. John Roush, White Sox. Team checklist, Eric Chavez for the A's. Sean Casey for the Reds. Luis Gonzalez, Diamondbacks. Juan Cruz, Cubs. Ryan Vogelsong, Pirates. Mark Phillips, Padres. Brandon Duckworth, Phillies. Got a Mariano Rivera Topps Total insert. Jose Penagua. I don't know. Can't even say it. He's a Tigers player. Christian Guzman for the Mets. Jeff Austin, Royals. And a Yankees team checklist of Jeter himself. I almost prefer all the cards were like the team checklist because they don't have the UV gloss on there. Sure would make opening these packs a little bit easier. So what set is this, guys, that y'all are chasing the base set and all the parallels of? $2020 Donruss. Devon White, Brewers. Carlos Garcia, Dodgers. Roberto Alomar, Mets. Ryan Drees, Indians. Jeff Conine, Orioles. Mr. Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. And we got an Ichiro Award winner. Nice. Pete Harnish, Rockies. Pat Mahomes. There's Mr. Football quarterback's daddy, Clay Bellinger. If there's any relation to Cody. And a checklist, number 6 of 6. And we are at the halfway point. Lots and lots of cards. Man, got to hire somebody to help me sort. Shane Reynolds, Juan Uribe, Mr. Biggio, Andy Benes, Aaron Seeley, Garrett Anderson, JT Snow, Jeff Tam, Greg Vaughn, Eric Almonte, and a Mets team checklist, Piazza. Clay is Cody's father. Really? Sweet. I think that might be the first Bellinger card that I've seen that the Bellinger didn't look stoned on. I might have some 2020. I'm pretty sure I have some 2020 parallels of Donruss in my trading card database stack. So if I can help either one of you guys that's chasing that, let me know. I don't mind throwing them in your stack. I just have to edit my inventory. You got all mine already? Okay. Craig Swindell, Javi Lopez, Danny Bautista, Turk Wendell, Tyke Redmond. There we go, David Wright. go. Johnny says, my wife collects attitude. My wife just rolls her eyes. My oldest daughter went into Walmart with me tonight, and because she always wants to go check the card section now with me, hoping we'll find some wrestling. And I found some new Transformers and grabbed them. I mean, the toy section's, at least at our Walmart, it's right by the health and beauty and the pharmacy and everything. And then the pet section's right beside that. So that's where we were going because we had to get some cat food as well. And so it's not like I took a big, detour to go to the toy section. My daughter was telling my wife, you should have seen what Dad got. Henry Blanco for the Braves. Michael Barrett, Peter Bergeron, Carlos Lee, Michael Coleman, Daniel Baez, Larry Bigby, Joe Nathan, Scott Hatteberg, Eric Young, Team Checklist, Bobby Higginson, Tigers. Oh, these other ones are stuck together. I'm sorry. There's a Vlad Guerrero, Topps Total, Mitch Molesky, D. Brown, Matt Kenny, Checklist 4. Yep, throwing Dad under the bus. That's sweet. I got Blaster. For those of you that know anything about Transformers, you might remember he was the red and yellow cassette or boombox, I guess you could say, featured pretty heavily in the old 1986 animated movie. They did a new version of him, and I finally found him. Very excited. Jose Ortiz. Something. Antonio Alfonseca. Jose Rodriguez. Chone Figgins. Keith McDonald. Jose Molina. Mendoza, Matt Allegra, Juan Pena, Team Checklist, Todd Helton, Rockies. No, Adam, no one else has chimed in about the checklist, so far you're good. All right, we got a Griffey for the Reds. Delino DeShields, Cubbies. Come on. Junior Spivey, Bobby Abreu, Ryan Klesko, Joe Giannetti, Pujols, Topps Total, Grant Balfour, Twins, Mike Rivera, Kyle Loesch, Team Checklist, Jim Thome for the Tribe. Bobby Smith, Scott Strickland, Adrian Beltre, Freddie Money, Greg Montalband, Miguel Olivio, the Ruben Sierra Award winner, Texas, Jack Cust, Rockies, Darren Lewis, Jose Valverde, checklist number 3. Ross Glode, Seth Etherton, Jose Vizcaíno, Rick Onkill, Jeff Kent, Woody Williams, El Pedillo Guzman, Jesus Colome, James Harden, Frank Machino. There's a Griffey team checklist for the Reds. Mr. John Smoltz, Chris Rietsma, Urabel Durazo, Chuck McElroy, Randy Wolf, Steve Carsey, Topps Total Frank Thomas, Joe Randa, Mark Quinn, Fernando Rodney, checklist number 6. Luis Lopez, Troy Mattis, Roger Cedeno, Alex Herrera, John Garland, Anastasio Martinez. We got a Nomar Garcia Parra, Total Production. Bill Hasselman, Rangers. Randy Galvez. Come on. Chad Ricketts, checklist 3. Terry Shumpert, Joe Davenport, 2 Rockies back-to-back, Brian Reith, Shinjo Giants, Homer Bush, Barry Bonds, Placido Polanco, Brandon Knight, Dan Johnson, Alfonso Soriano, team checklist, Maglio Ordonez. Adam Everett, Raul Mondesi, Octavio Dotel, Jeff Devannon, Felix Rodriguez, Troy Percival, Jason Isringhausen, Esteban Herman, Brandon Clausen, Craig Zumick, checklist 5. Keith Lockhart, Mr. Kerry Wood for the Cubbies. A-Rod, Rangers. Bronson Arroyo, something like that. John Vanderwall. Jorge Padilla for the Mariners. Topps total insert of Brett Boone. Brad Radke. Nefi Perez. Corey Koski. Checklist 5. Yeah, Negro in a Yankees uniform. I agree. Odd look. Chad Fox, Damian Rolls, Terry Mulholland, Matt Lawton, Brian Adams, John Johnson, Roger Clemens, the Rocket, award winner, Yankees. Whoa, that's a young Jason Worth. Clean shaven, no scraggly hair. Jason Christensen, Adam Piott, Cubs checklist, Sosa. Pablo Ozuna. It's a good picture of his bat being sawed in half. Tim Redding. Jim Mann. Nathan Haynes, Benito Santiago. Troy Gloss. Randy Velarde. Steve Cox. Rafael Soriano. Mark Mulder. Boston team checklist of Garcia Parra. Todd Hundley, Cubbies. Tom Glavine, Braves. Jeff Zimmerman. Ramon Vasquez, Pokey Reese. Jimmy Rollins. So Jason Giambi, Topps total insert for the Yankees. Ken Harvey. Mike Sweeney. Chris George. And checklist 2. We are down to 4 packs. Gerard Oaks. Grandma Lloyd. Giovanni Carrara. Victor Martinez. Freddie Sanchez, Enar Diaz, Pat Hinkin, Odalis Perez, Todd Zeal, Ivanin Coffey. Team checklist for the Orioles, Scott Erickson. Team checklist, Chipper Jones. Sean, don't know how to say your last name, for the Rockies. Lance Davis, Reds. Preston Wilson, Adam Roller, Ben Weber, Sidney Ponson, Clint Weibel, Josh Paul, Jermaine Dye, Jamie Moyer. Chacon. Moises Alou. There's a Pudge Rodriguez. Greg Maddux, Topps Total. Garrett Guzman, Armando Reynoso, Aramis Ramirez, Robin Ventura, Damian Jackson, Demetrius Heath, Brandon Wolf. Team checklist, big unit, Randy Johnson, Diamondbacks. And this is our final pack. So we got the right rookie. Are we going to fish out a Mauer? Or are we going to have to wait till box 2? James Mouton starts us off. Jose Vidro. Mike Buddy. Is he really our buddy? Juan Diaz. Bartolo Colon. Chris Singleton. Got a award winner, Juan Gonzalez. Mike Myers. Don't think it's the one from Wayne's World. Todd Van Poppel, Stevenson Augusto, and checklist 4 rounds it out. So we got 2 big old stacks of cards. That's going to take me a minute to sort. I'll put the checklist in order. Divvy those out. So the award winners, Gonzalez, Clemens, Sierra, Ichiro, Giambi, Hampton. The total, Maddux, Giambi, Boone, Thomas, Pujols, Guerrero, Rivera, Kent, Giles, Bonds, Tejada, and Ramirez. Topps Total, Garcia Parra, Giambi, and Helton. And then, of course, we got a David Wright rookie. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that. Like I said, we will have another total break that comes up eventually. All right, real quick. Last week at the end of the video, I told you my sob story of what happened to the Topps Big League cards that were shipped to my old address. If you didn't hear it, the neighbor, or the people who bought the house did receive my package. I went to go pick it up, and the kid's like, "Oh, I got your baseball cards." And he handed me 2 boxes of Topps Big League that he opened, ripped every pack. Still haven't gone through them. They're still sitting here beside me at the desk. But I reached out Saturday morning to David Adams because I was a little upset that even though I changed and updated my address, that they still sent them there. And the first email, they basically is like, "Yeah, we have to send them to the address that was on the order when you placed the order." So basically, they were telling me, "It's your fault. Can't do anything." But then I got another email from them a few days later, earlier this week, and they said they went ahead and credited my account for the entire purchase, even including shipping. So that was nice. I would rather had a refund, but okay. So now I've got credit at David Adams. Just trying to figure out what to do. Was looking around, and this was before you mentioned you reached out to me, John, and gave me some ideas. But went ahead and grabbed. I used that to go and added a little to it to go ahead and pick. I've liked Donruss. I haven't built the set in the last couple of years, but you know, we did it, what, I guess the last 2 years now. And it's been a fun break. So yeah. So y'all were talking about Donruss. Bam. I think Joseph said he's picking up 3 boxes of Donruss today. Definitely share your hits. But yeah, I've not done a lot of research on this one this year. But anywho, let's do some Donruss. We may do this one next week. I haven't decided yet because I also picked up, and this arrived today, some Black Diamond from Upper Deck. This is the 2000 Rookie Edition. This is all when jersey cards and stuff were still all the rage. 1 in 24 packs. Find authentic pinstripes, game used jersey, bat, and cap cards. Exclusive 2000 USA Baseball team jersey cards. So, you know, I don't go wrong with Upper Deck products. So we got this too. So I'm thinking, you know, and then I've got 2 other Upper Deck products sitting over here. So the question is, which one do we do next week? We've been doing a couple of weeks, so do we keep with that trend and do Black Diamond, or do we switch gears and go to something new and do Donruss? I'll let you guys mull it over for a second or two if you want to throw your vote in the chat. But yeah, so we got one of these, or one of these next week. 2 votes for Donruss. Yeah, I gotta admit, I am looking forward to ripping into this. I mean, on both of them, of course, but you know, I've opened Black Diamond before. Never a box. A couple Black Diamond votes, a couple Donruss votes. Adam says, "Black Diamond, please," but I'm good either way. John says Black Diamond people won't be sick of it next week. Yeah, it does. Man, it's like, you know, it's all the rage when the new, when the product comes out, and then it doesn't take long before it's like people are crapping on it, and ready to move on to the next thing. Well, I will. Seriously though, and like I said, I will get a post up Saturday, or excuse me, Sunday evening, like we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. I'll get something up. I'll choose one of these. I will get that up. In the meantime, I'll try to do another little recap post of tonight, just showing off some of the highlights from the two. Um, Ben Morris says action packed. Um, but yeah, I'll get a post up Sunday evening, so keep your eyes open for that. I'll try to give you guys a heads up of what time, but knowing my schedule, it's going to be the evening sometime. So just stay tuned, and we'll have some more fun. Let's see. So next Friday is May 6th. I believe I can probably work in a break every Friday in May, but then I'm going to be taking a couple weeks off. I've got some vacation coming up. We've got a family cruise that we are going on in the beginning of June. But I think we can do all 4 Fridays in May, looking at the calendar. I mean, this will be, if we stick to one box a week, that's 2 weeks. I've got another one for a third week. So we'll just see. Yep, Mother's Day is next weekend. Thank you for the reminder. So that's it for me tonight, guys. I'm got to go ahead and hit the sack, and I will start sorting over the weekend. We're going out of town, taking a day trip to a big used media store called McKay's. I don't know if anybody knows what McKay's is, but we got a huge stack of movies and games and DVDs and CDs that we're trading in, books, and I'm hoping to do a little shopping there with the family. And I think my older brother is going to come with us. So I've got to go get some rest because it is late on my side of the country, at least late for me. But you guys have a fantastic weekend. Come back Sunday. Look for the sign up post for either one of these. I haven't decided yet. And if you need anything else, well, let me know. Thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun. Love it when you guys are active in chat, even if it's not about the cards necessarily. We're opening. I do look forward to these. Hanging out a little bit, having some fun. So I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll catch you back here Friday night next week. Till then, be safe.